The world's largest banks, payment providers, and even governments are choosing the XRP ledger. We have another one lined up for you today. I'm not going to waste any time. I want to make this update quick. Let's get you right into it. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. And if you're new here, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're going to keep you updated on financial markets, current events, and how to take advantage of the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. China's central bank will inject up to 600 billion yuan, that's 89 billion USD daily into its banking system starting tomorrow. This is the largest short-term liquidity operation China has run since the tool was introduced in June. They keep introducing new tools. They keep finding ways to print more money, right? And we're seeing the same thing taking place here in the United States of America. People are coming to the same conclusion no matter where you're from, no matter what the color of your skin is, what God you believe in. It's very clear you can't trust your government. You can't trust these central banks. And the funny part is now seeing all of them come to the distributed ledger technology solution or the crypto solution. Japan is building a system to move its $16.5 trillion stock and bond market onto crypto blockchain. Now, this is not going to be all on the XRP ledger. We've been saying this for years, that it doesn't all need to come to the XRP ledger. But the beautiful part about the XRP ledger is we've been set up for all the money. But, I don't think that this is XRP takes the whole thing, right? But is XRP integrated into to Japan in a major way already? Yes. Does it provide the solutions that are needed? Absolutely. We have a debt, currency, and liquidity crisis taking place in all of these countries, which exacerbates the need to tokenize the stock in the bond market. And you've already seen the examples of money market funds arriving on the XRP ledger, other tokenization efforts, other stable coins. In fact, I directly responded to the issuer of JPYC, which is the leading Japanese yen stablecoin. I messaged them on Twitter or responded to one of their posts, asked if they had any plans to issue on the XRP ledger, and they said that they're in active communication to do so. I mean, getting direct responses here that yes, we're coming to the XRP ledger. So we'll be watching Japan. We know that they got some issues over there with that Japan carry trade. Let's continue, though. 39 U.S. state banking associations launch Bank Chain Alliance, an industry-owned blockchain network targeting tokenized deposits, stablecoins, and smart payments. Now, what I find so funny and ironic is how they form alliances to stop crypto while they're getting their ducks in a row. And then once it's time to unveil their plans, they have to be at the forefront. So they go from suppressing crypto to now, not only do you need to have a plan for crypto, but they want to be in the lead. So now they're trying to leapfrog, and that's why they go to Ripple. That's why they go and they, are partnering up with Ripple and other firms. They're helping to speed them along in the process, or help hold their hand as they try to use this technology. But isn't it so funny? The banks are all against it, forming alliances to stop it, writing letters. The American Bankers Association gave us heck over the Clarity Act, tried to stop the Genius Act until they got their rules put into those bills, like no idle yield on stablecoins in the Clarity Act. They've won on a lot of these matters, and now they're unveiling their plans that they've been working on behind the scenes. Kind of funny, but further proof that we're in the right asset class, we're in the right spot, and the banks are joining us in a major way. Not just the banks either, the largest payment providers in the world. We're not just talking about willy-nilly partnerships. We're not talking about little small credit unions. We're talking about MasterCard. MasterCard is going to be a sponsor of the XRP Ledger Hackathon that is being hosted just before the Ripple Swell conference in New York City in October. I'll see you guys there. With a decade of proven robustness in architecture, the XRP network is ideally suited for payment use cases. Register, build, and connect with industry leaders like MasterCard. It's your time to shine. So XRPL Commons is going to be hosting this hackathon October 24th and 25th. If you're a builder, developer in the ecosystem, you need to get there. You can register here at this link. Not sure exactly what day I'll be getting into New York City, but I'll definitely be there for the Swell conference and excited to see what comes out of this hackathon. But, it's not, this is not, we're not playing around out here. I mean, it's just, why is MasterCard choosing the XRP ledger? I think that you guys know the answer as we've been breaking down on this show. The XRP ledger is suited so perfectly for institutional adoption. The ability to use our decentralized exchange, our AMMs, build out liquidity pools, issue your token with programmability without smart contracts. We have all of this on the XRP ledger, and it's all coming together. A couple more amendments in the pipeline right now that are being voted on. This whole process is about to get really beautiful. I mean, it's going to blossom so perfectly towards the end of this year and in the years to come. The ecosystem that's going to be built out here on the XRP ledger, I am so excited to be just already embedded in it, at the forefront of it. I've already been practicing using the XRP ledger deck, so this is second nature to me. It's like sending a text is how I interact with the XRP ledger. It's just second nature at this point, and that puts us in a position. And you know, it's not every day that MasterCard is choosing to come be a part of these hackathons. In fact, I've never seen them part of any hackathon ever. So the first that I've seen MasterCard partaking or sponsoring at least the hackathon, but it shows you that they're watching. Absolutely. They're building, and they're looking to invest. They're looking to acquire. If they can't build it themselves, they'll just go buy it, kind of like what Ripple did. And this all leads us to the ultimate goal for me and many of you, which is to never have to sell our XRP, because they're going to be building lending protocols, yield products. All this is coming to the XRP ledger. And furthermore, what I'm excited to see is this, what I'm showing you right here from Coinbase. Crypto-backed mortgages have moved in. Borrowers in the US can now use Bitcoin as collateral for a down payment without having to sell it or face margin calls. Plus, Coinbase One members can get up to $10,000 back at closing. So Coinbase is rolling out crypto-backed mortgages, or the ability to use your Bitcoin as collateral for a down payment. This is what I've been waiting for. I don't want to ever have to sell my XRP. I really, for me, I've thought about selling maybe 5 or 10% along the way, because I didn't think that these products were going to be ready, because the bull run and really the prices that I've been waiting to take a loan out against my XRP for. I'm not going to take a loan against my XRP here. I'm looking after it's stabilized. I want to see XRP stabilized at 5, 10, or much higher prices would be fantastic, right? But I want to see us get stabilized. I want regulations and rules of the road so I understand that whatever I deploy my XRP into, whether I'm going to a Coinbase, whether I'm going to a DApp, a decentralized application built on the XRP ledger, no matter where I'm going, I want XRP price to be stabilized before I put it up as collateral. And I think that we're now moving into that period where, more and more folks are going to look to use this as an option. Coinbase rolling out this product, fantastic. Love to see it. And it's just getting started, because with the XRP Ledger lending protocol, you're going to have builders and apps that are created here that will allow you to do the same thing that Coinbase is offering, but all on the XRP Ledger in a decentralized way. And the beautiful part about this is that for me, I'm going to do both, and you guys can do both as well, right? I'm watching the centralized platforms. What can they provide me? And then I'm also going to be familiar with the DeFi. I'm going to be familiar with the XRP Ledger so that I can also use the decentralized products as well too. And they'll be competing for our business. Is Coinbase offering me a better rate, or is the DApp, right? And what is the risk of each? Love to see it. Love to see it. Now, speaking of platforms that we love, my sponsor, I Trust Capital, is still running the $100 funding bonus for now. I wanted to make you guys aware that the rumors that they went through some sort of data breach earlier this week are completely unfounded. They're completely misinformation. And I just wanted you guys to hear it from me directly. I mentioned it yesterday in my video and in my live show. Just wanted to mention it here quickly one more time, just to make sure that everybody heard the news, that it was completely misinformation, that they had any sort of data breach or anything like that. And the ironic part is that even if there was a data breach and, bad actors were able to get your information, the closed loop system that I Trust Capital has created would keep your assets secure, which is why there was no report from this supposed data breach of any iTrust Capital client losing money. You can't find any record of that because it never happened. And that's that closed loop system and the security that gives me peace, knowing that my investments are safe. And iTrust Capital has 3 different products here for you. The IRA for your retirement funds. You can do a traditional or Roth. With that Roth, you can start stacking those gains tax free. And then, of course, they have the premium custody account for just straight up free institutional grade custody, secure the assets. And then I love this product that they rolled out too for your business, your LLC, your trust, your nonprofit. It's the treasury account. So, and in that account too, you also have access to precious metals. And then iTrust Capital just rolled out stocks and ETFs as well. So check out my sponsor. They're linked up down below. Hit my link. Get your account funded with $1,000 USD or $1,000 worth of crypto, and you'll get that $100 funding bonus. But if you've already signed up and created an account but didn't fund your account, you won't be getting that bonus till you do so. So quick note, if you've already created the account, make sure you get it funded so you get that bonus. Okay. Now XRP pulling back, broader crypto market pulling back. Was that the end of the bull run? Is the bull run over? There was a fake out. Oh no. Back to the depths of the bear market. Not so fast. Let's take a look. Chart Nerd says XRP has lost the Gaussian channel support on the 1 hour after witnessing multiple rejections from the adaptive super trend since its bearish print. Boy, I love these terms. Adaptive super trend. Oh boy. Okay. The TA terms, I love him. We're just making stuff up at this point. Okay. Just kidding. I know that Chart Nerd, I actually really respect his work. Okay. Weakness is revealing its hand, though, right? This is just short-term price action. Price must reclaim $1.48, $1.50 to avoid further rejection towards $1.30 and $1.20. Now, this is the level that I was saying, not going to be surprised if we go back down to $1.34, which is the level that we wicked down to. After the big pump up to $1.70, they wicked it down to $1.35 to wipe out all of the leverage longs. And so for me, that's just the point that you'll see liquidity come back in at. And we've already moved back down to that level this morning. Right now, as I record the update, it's about 8 o'clock on the West Coast, 11 a.m. Eastern. And XRP's back down here at $1.37. And so I told you guys, I'm probably going to be moving my buy orders up to the $1.20 and the $1.30 range. Definitely not going to be surprised to see us come back and test $1.30 or even $1.20. This is all short-term price action that does not negate the bullish trend that has started. It doesn't mean that we're going to go set a new low. So anybody who wants to jump into the comments and try to say that, like, we're going back down below $1, that was not the start of the bull run, I think is missing the bigger picture here. Short-term pullback after pumping 70% is absolutely normal and healthy. In fact, you probably want to see that on a chart. And if you're new here and like you're thinking that this is, that this is how the rest of the bull run goes, where you just get a little 70% pump and then that's it, please strap in, okay? Because we're going to go for a real ride where we're going to pump 300, 400, 500% and then drop in half by 50%, right? This is going to get exciting. We haven't seen anything yet. And if you're already starting to kind of struggle handling these big movements, you got to get used to them, where this is crypto. This is not the stock market. And so I just am trying to interject that comment real quick for the new folks that might be troubled by these big price swings. If you want the big gains, if you want to take on the big risk and get that big reward, there is going to be some risk applied to this scenario. And that's what you're seeing on the chart. It doesn't negate that we're not going into a bull run. The bullish trend isn't canceled. It's all still intact. And I just want you guys to be ready to take advantage of any of those final buying opportunities that we get. I'm looking at other cryptos right now. So comment down below and let me know what other cryptocurrencies you want me to review or do an update on. That's the next focus for me, is getting out these updates on the other coins so that you guys can determine and get educated on these other cryptos and make those decisions before we go back into that full-blown bull run and you just get left behind waiting for these lower levels on XRP and your other favorite altcoins. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Healthy little pullback right now. Not a big deal. The bullish trend is still intact, and we're going to keep you guys up to date as things progress here. Banks, governments, central banks, the largest payment providers in the world like MasterCard, they're choosing the XRP ledger. And what I'm looking to see as I look at these other altcoins is, are institutions choosing your ledger? Are they coming to sponsor your hackathon? Are they partnering up with any companies? Are they holding your tokens? Are they using your token at all? Those are the questions that I'm asking as I review the other coins in the space. XRP has set the standard. Ripple, the company, has also set a standard. And I compare all other projects and ecosystems to them for the reasons that I've outlined here in this episode. If you appreciate our content, please help us out by liking, hyping, sharing it out far and wide. We have links down below in the description of the video, and everything else is at my website, zachrector.com. Thank you so much for your support.